I can hear them. I know that they are around here somewhere. I just don't know specifically where. They've got to be like behind the redstone or underneath the flooring, or I really don't know. Could they be out here? Should have a listen for a second. I don't think that it's this guy just on his own out here, but we might as well just eliminate all the other possibilities. Ah, this spider. Maybe they're under here. If I can just dig through here and then... Oi! What are you getting involved for? Get in your own lane. Jog on. Right, let's... Oh. Okay. Well, I think we found the source of the zombie noises, don't you? Jesus. They must have just pack spawned. I better light this up a little bit better, hadn't I? Well, I was just doing a bit of strip mining and I came across this cave a little bit earlier. I'm just going to pop back and see if I can do a little bit of exploration, but I probably will end up just coming back here. Oh, hello, creeper, up there. Are you going to try and jump down and get me? Ooh. Yeah, I just want to have a quick look around just to see if there's anything of particular interest. A skelly spawner, for example, would be very nice because I could do with a new supply of bones and bone meal, but that's not necessarily going to be easy to find, is it? So yeah, I'll just have a quick poke around and see what I can see. But as I say, I'll probably end up coming back to this a little bit later. Maybe not this episode, but I will come back here. And there is one thing that I haven't had the chance to play about with yet, and that is dripstone. I haven't actually come across any, so this is pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to try and use it in some builds or whatever, or infinite potions. I really don't know. But as it's here, let's just grab ourselves some dripstone and the dripstone blocks and see if we can't use those a little bit later on. But caving is not the objective of today's episode. I just feel like at the moment I'm running very low on resources, just generally resources across the board. My chests feel particularly empty. So let me just unload what I've got and then I'll run you through what the plan is for this episode. I need to build a tunnel that connects this part of the base to the old part of the base where the mob spawner is. We need to go into the nether and get some resources, a lot of resource gathering actually, which I'll try and make as interesting as I can, but let's just see how we actually get on with it. I'd like to rig up a different fuel system for this auto smelter because I just feel like I'm burning through coal left, right and centre. I don't have enough of it at the moment to be using it as a fuel source. I'm using it for torches way too much and in things like lanterns. So I'm thinking just a small bamboo farm, not necessarily powered by a flying machine. I think I'd be happy just to use pistons. It's only going to be small and probably won't be, you know, my permanent, oh that hurt, won't be my permanent source of bamboo or even the only bamboo farm that I build, but just something to get us by for now. But these two sections just feel so disconnected at the moment, so I think I'm just going to build a tunnel underneath where I am at the moment, going all the way through and see if we can decorate it fairly nicely. I'm going to try to use resources that I already have quite a lot of because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm running low on everything. Well, that didn't quite go to plan. I ended up using glowstone, which I have virtually none of, so I thought we've got to come to the nether anyway. Why don't we just put our feet in the water and see if we can find a nice little level that we can just kind of mine out and take home. I do love the sound of glowstone breaking. Well, I've got one of the walls done, but yeah, I said that I was going to use resources that I had a lot of. I don't have a lot of glowstone, and yet I've used it anyway. So yeah, I'm glad that we went and we grabbed some of that from the nether, but I just want to get this final wall finished. And I don't want to spend too much time on this in this episode, because that's not what this episode is about, but I do want to finish it off so that we can move on to some other stuff in this episode. I don't know if it's just me or if other people have felt this, but I've really struggled for inspiration for what to build around this area, and I figured that we could sort that out by making some new areas accessible and linking them up with paths. And it doesn't have to be a wonderful design. In fact, I'm deliberately keeping it as simple as I can because I've got a feeling that later on I'm going to want to change things up a bit. But on the other side of the coin, I don't want it to look absolutely hideous. I still want it to look quite good. So I feel like I've got a nice thing going on with this andesite and cobblestone and stone. So I'm just going to work this in a little bit and just see what we can do. And now we're in a brand new testing creative world because of something that I said in a previous episode regarding green screens. And that was that I wanted to create a number of different stages using green screens, and the first idea that I've come up with is like a boat, like a pirate ship with a green screen behind it so that we can put some good visual effects behind it. And I'm not the best at building, let alone boats, like just even houses, square houses is not necessarily my forte. So this is quite a way out of my comfort zone if I'm being completely honest, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway and just see what I could do. If you're watching this and you're looking at this build and you're thinking to yourself, "Core, that looks a bit square," or "I've got some ideas on how that could look better," by all means please leave a comment down in the comment sections. I really could do with a bit of help and some advice, so yeah, if you've got some ideas, let me know. Like a sail, for example, how do you make a sail? Because I've got a feeling this is just going to come out looking really flat or really symmetrical, and I'm not sure that's quite what you should be going for. But I don't know, I suppose I'll just have to build this up and see how it turns out and make modifications to it as we're going along. That's the benefit, I suppose, of being in the creative testing world. And I suppose I'll have to figure out quite how many green concrete blocks I've been using to make this backdrop, this green screen, because I'm going to need to replicate this in survival at some point. And any recording studio needs a place for the cameras to go, so I'm just building up this little platform here just so that we've got a nice angle to shoot from. It's still missing something. That felt pretty successful to me. Definitely learned something about how green screens would work in Minecraft, and we'll use that knowledge in the future. I also designed a little something else in that testing world which I've just sketched out here just to kind of get the size of it, but I'm not sure that I like the design of it just yet, so I'm not going to say any more on that. I'm going to leave it as a surprise for the future, but this is the rough size that it'll end up being. And now I'd like to get rid of this awful build that I did earlier off camera. You may have noticed it in some of the clips. I just wanted to kind of see what I could do with this cobbled deep slate and see if I could get a nice pond in here. But after I put the edges in, I decided against it because it looked terrible. So I'm going to get rid of this, and this is where the bamboo farm is going to go. And as I mentioned earlier, the bamboo farm, the purpose of it is to fuel the furnace system that we have up above. So we'll have a very small bamboo farm that will just produce a few bamboo every now and again, and it will automatically feed up, go into the furnaces as fuel, and fuel all of our smelting needs for the foreseeable future. I might end up having to make it a little bit bigger, depending on how effective it is and how efficient it is, but we're really not going for millions and millions. We're just going for, let's just get what we need for the time being. Like I said, don't worry, there will be another bamboo farm in the future, probably with a flying machine to harvest it like I had in season 1 in Valeria. But yeah, for now we just need to solve the immediate problem, which is a lack of resources. And this is pretty simple really. It's just going to be a row of bamboo followed by a row of blocks behind it, a row of pistons at the second block height of the bamboo facing into them, a sprinkling of redstone, a main redstone signal input line, some ice to transport the items, a hopper line feeding into the fuel chest, an ice pathway for item transportation into the hoppers, some soul sand at the bottom with some water source blocks to make this elevator actually work. I'm just using a slab that I managed to find in my miscellaneous chest just to stop the water flowing backwards, and then we can pop this water source here and that should flow all the way to the end. Now I need some sort of redstone clock to make this farm fire periodically. And actually I tried a couple of different options here. I tried a daylight sensor, but that gave out different levels of signal strength, so that didn't quite work. I tried a hopper clock, but I couldn't get it to run long enough without using too many items, so that didn't really work. So I've opted instead to just go for the simplest option, which is just to use an observer, which will measure when this end bamboo reaches that height, then it will fire all of the pistons at once. Well, it's not lossless. It's definitely not lossless. It's not the most efficient farm that I've ever designed, but it will do for now. It should produce enough bamboo to just keep those furnaces running. There is definitely a problem with my sorting system, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. I don't think that I'm actually running out of resources as much as I think that I am. I think I've got the resources, they're not making their way into the right chest, they're getting caught somewhere, and I've got a sneaky suspicion that the filler blocks that I've been using have somehow made their way into the chest, and so all of the items as they're going around reach a certain point and then they just fill up in the one chest, and that obviously is no good. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time just kind of trying to troubleshoot what's going on and see if I can find out exactly where the problem is. And this is just one of those things that requires going around the entire system, checking most of the hoppers, almost every hopper, checking most of the chests, almost every chest, and just seeing where the problem is. Aha! You're the culprit. Look at all of this stuff. No wonder I can't find anything and I feel like I'm running out of results. Jesus. Look, I just built this entire bamboo farm. Look at all that coal that's in there. I can't believe how much I've been missing out on this. Right, this is going to take some sorting out. There's the filler blocks. Okay, so first thing I need to do is just whack the filler blocks back into here. You can see, yeah, there's a total of 41 items in there, which isn't quite what we were after. So yeah, filler blocks in place. Now I need to just put the filter item, which is going to be a bit of gunpowder, and whack that in there. And then I've got to move all of these items back into the storage system. And now that that's completed, this is going to be the test. I've taken a stack of flint, which is the last item in the item sorter in terms of the last slot, if you like. And I'm just waiting for it to come back and start filling up. And it's not. I don't know if it's gotten stuck or if it's just still working its way around the system, so I'm just going to stay in the area and wait for it to filter through. And I figured while I'm waiting, I'm just going to reposition this chest that holds the fuel, because if I put it in the middle of the tracks, I'm hoping that'll get more of an even distribution across the furnaces that I have down below. So if I just pop this here and here and then build some hoppers coming off of it, we should end up with a better fueling system. Way, it works, the flint's back. So yeah, we know now that the item sorter is working properly and working its way around. Yippee! What the hell is that? Oh my god, that's over at the shopping district. That's... wow. That looks huge. I'm gonna have a look at this from a distance before we go, and that looks like me. Is that me? That looks like my jumper. That looks remarkably like my top and the top of my head. Do you know what? Right, let's just grab this, because otherwise I'm going to leave that there and forget about it. Let's go and have a closer look. Rick actually the other day asked us all for pictures of our... That is me. Look, that's the back of my jumper. There's the star thing. Oh my god. Yeah, Rick asked us for pictures of the what they're called, characters, the skins that we use, and I wasn't quite sure why. Oh, hello. I wasn't quite sure why, but now, looking at this, it's all starting to make sense. It's even got the... What is that? Oh my goodness, is that a Hornster? And that's got to be Ori. That's Ori's. Oh my god, these are amazing. Look at the level of detail on these. He's even got my eyes and my smile done right. Oh my goodness. I'm on my head. I'm standing on my own head. Let me take off all my armour and just see if I can get all of this in one shot. This has got to be the thumbnail for this video, hasn't it? Is this a giant me? It is. This is a giant me. Oh my god, that is definitely the thumbnail for this video. Look at that. The level of detail. How accurate has he got that? This is absolutely amazing. Oh my god, I don't even... I can't even. Like, I can't even. Let's just have a little fly around and take a look, because this is absolutely phenomenal. If you've not subscribed to Rick yet, go over to his channel, Rick Hunter 1990, give him a little like and a little subscribe, because look at what he's done. Look at Hornster over here with a big bushy beard. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. How does he even do this? I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, I couldn't just do a stone statue of this size. If you saw my statue in the last season, in Valeria, you'll know that this is not one of my skills, but Rick has just done so well. Ori's stripy top, her pink hair, the different coloured eyes it looks like he's done as well. I don't even know what to say. This is... like, I should probably end this clip here, but I can't. I'm in absolute amazement. This is awesome. This is absolutely brilliant. He's used so many different types of blocks. Look at the detail on that. He's got that jumper down so well. Oh, I'm a giant statue. I am a giant statue. Statue of Liberty, move aside. Rainy Grinch is coming in with a giant freaking statue. Oh, Jesus. I'm lost for words at this point. Let's have a look. Wow, they are amazing. I'm going to put a link down to in the description of the episode that Rick has where he actually built these. I'm sure that I can find it somewhere, because these are phenomenal. And I think, distractions aside, I think it's time to upgrade our subscribe Silk Touch pickaxe, because we've got this netherite ingot here, and yeah, we've been using it. It's the only one that I keep thinking to myself, we need to upgrade that, and I haven't yet. Anyway, the next thing that I want to do is to go to the nether to get some more resources, because yeah, now that everything's sorted into the right chests, it does occur to me that we're running a little bit low on things like warped fungus, warped stems and that sort of thing. I'm just looking, so a block of copper is 9 ingots, which is fine, but then the cut copper then takes 4 of the copper blocks, so actually we haven't got as much copper as I thought that we did. Alright, we'll deal with that later in the episode, I think. But before we can go to the nether, we need some fire resistance potions, which is what I was just collecting the stuff for when I was looking at the copper. And I figured, well, the other brewing station that we had was literally just a brewing stand with a hopper on top. So let's try and do something a little bit better than that. It doesn't have to be massive, it doesn't have to be huge like the Wizard's Tower from the previous season, just something where I can stick stuff in the top, it'll also brew for me, and then we can just have a lever to release the items into another barrel or another chest. And the item release should be super simple to set up. So we stick a lever there and a torch on the back so that we invert the torch's signal. Stick a barrel here and then the hopper over the top. Where's my hoppers? There's my hoppers. A hopper over the top of the torch. So when the torch is powered, it will lock the hopper. At the moment it's unpowered. So if I flick this off, there we go. Now the torch is powered, the hopper is locked, and then we can just stick the brewing stand on top of that. And on top of the brewing stand, we stick another hopper for all of the items to feed into. Someone has done an amazing job redesigning this nether hub. But the reason that we're in the nether is because actually I don't have any nether wall. So let's head over to the Nether Fortress and hope that there's some Nether wart left to be had. And this will always be one of the most nervous situations that I will find myself in when you're just breaking into a Nether Fortress. I'm hoping that the safety bars are still in place. I'm pretty sure the last time we came over here they were. But I haven't even made it in yet because the blazes have just gone nuts and started attacking me. So let me just get some safety bars in here just in case. And I think we might be okay for now. So just extinguish these. Have a quick check. Oh, I might have to just block this up quickly. I don't want anything coming in at me from the side. So just plop some there. Will that do? Yeah, one more opening there. Okay, that's blocked in well enough for now. It hasn't got to be pretty. It's just got to serve a purpose. And I'm going to mark my way back with torches so that I know how to get back to the opening. Yeah, just keeping an eye out for those wither skeletons. There's a couple over there, so I'm just going to safety bar here in case I need to retreat. Nothing down there. Nothing down there. Okay. Oh god, I'm on fire. Oh, how did a blaze spawn that close to me? That's a bit crap. Okay, let's see if we can take on these wither skeletons. We might even end up getting a wither skeleton skull, but if we can get 3, then I will build, maybe not this episode, but I will build one of the wither traps so that we can get ourselves a beacon, because that will just make mining and resource gathering so much easier. Anything here for me wither skull wise? No. Alright. There are a lot of blazes around here, and I can't help but wonder if there's a spawner in the vicinity somewhere. I don't think it's that way because it's blocked off. What's up here? Someone's clearly put this soul stone. Aha, there it is, yeah. So, there is a blaze spawner here. I wonder if someone's got plans for this to turn it into a farm, but that's not what we're looking for. We're still on the hunt for a single piece of nether wart, which I still haven't been able to find. Well, that was completely unsuccessful. All of the nether wart was gone, so I think I might have to borrow some from somebody else. Found some. I'm sure that Rick won't mind if we just borrow some of this. I'll make sure that I replant it, and I'll leave him one fully grown one just in case he needs to make some potions in a pinch. Does fortune work on these? I don't know that it does. Alright, no problem. Anyway, yeah, I'll replant them, but now we've got some nether wart so we can actually start the process of growing it ourselves. Thanks, Rick! So I've been to the nether, I've grabbed myself some quartz, I've grabbed myself some other materials that I needed and loaded them up into the sorting system, and now I just want to build a very small green screen because there's something that I very quickly would like to explain to you regarding the lack of episode last week, as you may have noticed. So I'm just going to very quickly pop this together. I've got an idea in mind for what I want to use. Obviously I've got these quartz blocks and the pillar blocks, so I'm going to use the pillar blocks on the outside like so. I think I'll make it 3 high, so I think the actual screen itself will be 2 high and 3 wide, or is it going to be 4 wide? I think it'll be 4 wide. Yeah, and then I'll pop these blocks across the top like so, and then fill in the floor. Cool, and now with the floor in place I can actually put the green screen in, which is, yeah, definitely going to be bigger than what I originally said. And I haven't brought enough green concrete with me to get the project finished. And so the reason that there was no episode last week, or even the week before, is because I was working on another project, and that was to redesign and transform my home office into a video editing suite or studio. And we had great fun doing it, and I made an entire video about the process from start to finish. I'll make sure to try and leave a card on the video and a link down in the description. Go and check out that video because I'm very proud of that video, but also a lot of effort and time and money went into actually producing that video and doing all of the work in terms of refurbing that office to suit the new purpose. So yeah, go and have a look at that video, but that's the reason that there was no Minecraft video last week or the week before, because this one took so long to make, but was well worth it. It turned out to be a pretty good video, I think. So yeah, go and check that out when you get the chance. Well, this is a new shop. I wonder what this shop sells. Like it isn't clear enough. Alright, well this is good to know. We may end up coming back here if we're in need of copper and don't have the time to go mining for it. And this statue is still absolutely amazing. I still can't believe that this is here. I'm just going to head over to the, oh, it's amazing. I'm just going to head over to the updated area because I've got a lot of mining that I need to do. Like I say, resources are running a bit low and I just need to top them up in general, whether that's stone or deep slate or whatever. I just need more resources. And this is my second trip back and we're not doing too bad. We've got a decent number of resources going into the system now, which I'm very, very pleased about. And here's the smeltables going in. Again, this is my second trip, so yeah, it's just nice to be able to top it up. I do enjoy watching these go into the furnace and then just kind of all fill up automatically and then sort themselves back into the sorting system. I love the fact that we've got this automated process set up. It just makes everything so much easier. I wonder if that bamboo is gonna be enough to fuel this. I feel like that farm might be a little bit too small, but yeah. All right, look, things are happening. Production is happening. Yes, found some diamonds. That's awesome. I wonder if it's just these two or if there's more than that. Let's just dig around a little bit. It looks like there's just these two. So how many am I going to get out of 2 ores? 5. Alright, 5's not bad. And this is like my 6th trip now, but we're doing really well. We've got a decent number of resources, so we shouldn't have to worry about this in the future too much, I hope. I've just been working on the area just outside the base to try and make it look a little less generic Minecraft, and I'm not sure that I like it. I'm going to leave it here for a little bit, like the scaffolding structure that I've got behind me, just so that I can kind of walk past it, see what it's like to side. I've still got access to my villager breeder down there, so that's fine. The tunnel is here that we built. There's the steps leading up to the pathway up into the mountain and the new area that we can work on. I've carved this here and dropped it down so that we can access this, which is a block lower. We can access everything here and maybe build something out here. I don't know what yet, but we will make use of this space. I love the fact that up there in the distance is the mob farm. It's huge and it's just there, and yeah, absolutely love it. So yeah, we've got a little bit more work to do around here. We've got the green screen in place, which is quite nice. And I think that we are coming along quite nicely. And we've reached the end of the episode again. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed making it. We've got a lot done. We've got the bamboo farm in place. We've got the green screen in place. We've got the creative version of our green screen studio in place. We've got that tunnel going all the way through to connect up the areas. We've built a new pathway system leading up to some new areas that we can build. Yeah, all in all, I think a pretty successful episode. So thank you so much for watching. Really hope that you've enjoyed it. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. But for now, I'm out. See ya.